Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gelaene. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. Just got myself a peppermint tea here because even though it's like mid-summer, it is extremely cold today and it's raining. It's very windy, it's not the greatest weather today. I wanted to talk about something that I absolutely love talking about. It oozes from me on a daily basis with anyone who will listen to me, and I'm hoping that, you know, what I'm about to share with you will be helpful for you. Whatever day it is that you're deciding to watch this, even if it isn't 2025, even if it's 2026, whatever. I hope that, you know, from this video onwards, you are able to take something from this, apply it to your life and see positive changes. I truly feel a passion inside of me for helping people become better versions of themselves, believe in themselves, feel supported and feel guided. I hope that I can do that for you in this video today, talking about higher self habits. So like I said, no matter where you are in your life, no matter what day of the week it is, what day of the month, what year it is, you can always start again. There are no rules to life. Something that a lot of people don't think about is that the dream life that you envision for yourself in your mind, you are not going to have that dream life until you are someone who fits within that lifestyle. That just comes from embodiment. It comes from taking action every day, just taking it day by day essentially, and you'll eventually get to where you're wanting to go. But it doesn't just happen overnight. It does come from, you know, starting somewhere, and today we're going to start somewhere. It's just such a cozy day today. I really am loving this. Basically, your higher self is a better version of yourself, your best self, the type of person that you dream to be. But when you think of that person, you're thinking of you. No matter where you are in life, we're always evolving, we're always growing, and there's no ceiling. So I've kept them really basic, but these are all things that I'm actually doing myself. Just wanted to put that out there. A list of habits I've curated for myself, which I believe, generally speaking, everyone can benefit from, but it's not for everyone. So please take what you can from it, and also, you know, adjust where you want to adjust that suits your lifestyle, that suits your values, because my values may not be the same as yours. Okay, so the first thing is something you're probably not going to want to hear, but I promise you it's really positive. To wake up an hour earlier than you normally do. And I say this in a general sense because I don't obviously know what time that you wake up, and sometimes being given a time to wake up, like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. club, is not practical for everyone. It's not sustainable for everyone, and when you're developing habits, the whole point is sustainability. There have to be things that you can do for a very long time. May not be forever as your lifestyle and values change, but they do need to be things that you can continuously do and show up for every single day. Like every single day. Consistency is key. I would say wake up an hour earlier than you normally do. So for me, I normally would wake up at 7, but I have now started waking up at 6. It really does give me that extra hour in the morning to be leisurely, not have to rush, not have to stress, not have to have that, you know, your cortisol levels rising first thing in the morning as you're rushing to get ready. An extra hour in the morning to do with it what you want is truly powerful, truly sets up your day, like it sets up your mindset for the day. You have no idea what's going to come at you for the rest of the day. You don't know what kind of problems, stresses, complaints, work things, life things, people things are going to come at you throughout the day. So if you can prime your mind before the world comes for you, I think that that is one of the most powerful things that you can possibly do for yourself. And your higher self puts herself first in the morning. As you wake up, you recognize it's a privilege to even be alive today, and therefore it's important to put yourself first, as it is your life, no one else's life, that you are waking up for today. The second thing is to move your body daily. It's not just something that people say because, you know, healthy people do it, fit people do it. It's also for your body. If you really think about your body in a scientific way, to support the functioning of your body, you need to move your body. It's what your body is made for, essentially, to move and evolve and do things, like to do. To just lay on the couch all day, every single day, is doing a major disservice to your body, scientifically speaking, not even just like mentally and emotionally, but also mentally and emotionally. But if you think about the science behind how your body works, how it functions, what each of your organs are doing on a daily basis, then you realize the importance of moving your body, activating your muscles, activating the blood flow, breathing, and all of that stuff. It's crucial to move your body on a daily basis, and that can be in the form of yoga, gym workout, any kind of movement. A walk truly is for the benefit of your body as an entity. Like, I think it's important to just shift your mindset around that, because sometimes we're just like a bit lazy and we don't really feel like, we're like, oh, whatever, what's a day? Truly, what is a day? Like, a day wouldn't matter too much, but if you keep on having that mindset and not proactively putting your body as an entity first, it's going to become a habit that is not serving you and actually to the detriment of your health and well-being. So yeah. And if you think about your higher self for a second, your higher self, I imagine my higher self is fit and healthy. She's happy. She has a lot of energy. Energy creates energy. Okay, and then keeping on the morning tasks, the next thing is, when you have a shower in the morning, end your shower on cold for 30 seconds, like, at least. If you can do a whole cold shower, go to town. It's kind of like the whole ice bath situation. But I personally cannot do that. My showers are generally scalding hot, burning my skin. But I have since started the habit of ending my morning showers on cold. It's very hard, but I feel really energized afterwards. I come out of the shower feeling, you know, just like really like ready for the day. It's kind of like an energy battery kind of being recharged. That's just because you're like stimulating things within your body, incorporating that into my daily routine, and it's become a habit. Before I turn off the shower, always turn on to cold, do a quick 30 seconds. It's as easy as that. The next thing is to switch up your diet. Yeah, that is a big one. That was a big one for me personally. I wouldn't say I eat necessarily unhealthy, but I definitely was leaning more towards processed foods, even processed like health foods, because of ease, because of laziness, because convenience. And when I started incorporating this diet change, which by the way I mean shifting from processed foods to whole foods, foods from the earth, more of it. I'm not saying completely, because for me personally I can't do that, but more of that, mostly whole foods, a little bit of processed foods here and there. When I started shifting that and moving more towards whole foods, the positive change I felt in my body was so clear to me. It was so evident after literally a few days, like probably less than a week. I felt positive changes within my body, just shifting what I'm eating in a day. And it sounds harder than it actually is, I will say that, because you know, you see and feel those results so quickly with just changing up what you're eating. And I feel like the concept of eating whole foods is kind of overwhelming sometimes. I know for me it was definitely overwhelming, because firstly I don't know how to cook, although everyone knows how to cook if you can follow a recipe, so that's probably a lie. But I felt like I never cooked. I avoided cooking at all costs. I avoided the vegetable and fruit aisle because I don't know what's going on there. Like, I didn't know what's going on there. I don't know what I'm supposed to pick and choose. I don't know what it is about like my brain and like cooking, but you know, I just wasn't like really aligned with that. So it took me a little bit of time. I dipped my toes in and I was like, okay, sweet potato. That's an easy one. Like, we can just bake some sweet potato. So I started off with sweet potato instead of having rice, instead of having like, I don't know, bread or wraps. Protein is always a non-negotiable in some sauce. So for me it was chicken because it was the easiest, or tuna was the easiest and cheapest as well. But when it came to vegetables, sweet potato was always like a really easy one because you literally just chop it up, put it on the baking tray, add some olive oil, some of your spices and dices and like salt and pepper, whatever, and then just bake it. And you can also put it in the air fryer. So like that was an easy step. And then I started incorporating zucchini because that's another thing you can add to the sweet potato mix, and you can bake that too. So that was another one. Capsicum, and just slowly started building up my whole foods kind of routine, because it is truly overwhelming when you're someone who like doesn't like cook for themselves. Like I didn't cook for myself when I lived with my parents, and then I moved out and I again didn't cook for myself. I just relied on DoorDash and, you know, really easy like already made meals from the shops. So yeah, for me, my higher self, when I envision her, not only does she consume whole foods in abundance, but she also cooks for herself. She also can cook, and she loves cooking, because at the moment I hate cooking. But my higher self, she loves cooking, and so in order to do that, I have to get into the habit of it now by starting off with consuming it, and then we can get a little bit fancy in the kitchen, and then we can start creating some meals and whatever. But baby steps. Baby steps. Not only is that a great skill to have and great way to feed yourself, but you're also consuming foods that again scientifically support your body. And if you think about what those foods that you're eating are actually doing for your body or not doing for your body, it really changes the game. I think it's important to look to food and to exercise in that manner. It takes the emotion out of it. You know what I mean? It becomes a thing you have to do to survive, to live a good life and a long life. Instead of, you know, doing it because it's the right thing or doing it because I'm feeling healthy today, it's doing it because that's what your body needs. Point blank. And that's where it becomes a habit. The next thing is 10K steps a day. I put here actually 8 to 10K because sometimes 10K can be a little bit difficult to achieve if you're not someone who lives somewhere where you can just walk everywhere. And for me, I combine my 10K steps or like my walk with a podcast, and I call this my mindset walk because I'm not even really doing it for exercise. I'm purely doing it for my mindset. Walking in nature is everything for me, everything for me. I really feel it on days that I don't do it, and I really feel it on days that I do. And so for me, it's become a habit to combine a podcast with a walk. It's just like I don't listen to music until I've already like listened to my podcast. Combining my morning walk with a podcast, personal development podcast, truly sets me up for a positive day. It reminds me of what I'm working towards. It reminds me to embody my higher self. It teaches me things and just puts me in a good headspace. And it really trains my mind, you know what I mean? Trains it to do right by me and to do right by my body and my mindset. And then I can't get all 10K steps in the morning because I don't, like, it takes me a while. I think I do about 6,700 steps in an hour, and that's what kind of all I give myself in the morning. So then in the evening, after work or whatever, I just finish off the rest of my steps, and that's when I listen to music because there's no way I'll like retain anything from my podcast in the evening. Like I'm a morning person where everything comes in the morning and I feel it and I'm like energized, and in the night I'm like, let's start winding down for bed at like 5 p.m. If you're someone who walks throughout your day, you'll get it easy. But like unlike me, I have an office job, so I'm at my computer all the time, and yeah, I'm hardly walking throughout the day, so I have to get that in and bookend sort of my day with walks. Massive game changer, and it really has helped me in terms of like health, my overall health and well-being, balancing hormones. It's great for obviously burning calories, and it's just really good for your heart as well. I always make sure you know, at some point in my walk, my heart rate is up and I'm feeling like the beating of my heart, that's when you know it's a good walk. But of course it's for the mind in my case, so you know, that's just a byproduct of what's happening. So now we get into the evening time, and your evening really does set up your morning. And I know for my higher self, when I envision my higher self, she not only has a really leisurely and delicious morning, but she has a leisurely and delicious night, and there's just no rush for anything. Like, I'm not 2025, I've left that behind. I'm focusing on peace of mind from this point onwards in my life. Like, I don't want the stress anymore, and I don't want to bottle up stress, and I don't want to live in my masculine anymore. I want to live more in my feminine and really focus on peace of mind. It's literally a luxury nowadays. It feels amazing, so I'm incorporating that wherever I can into my life. And if that means getting up earlier to have a more leisurely morning, so be it. And in the evening, if that means, you know, sacrificing screen time to wind down and support my body in going to sleep, we want to slowly wind down in the evening. Some things I'm doing to get myself off my phone in the evening, because like, it's either Netflix or phone. But something I have incorporated, and what my higher self absolutely does in the evenings, is read. And I'm loving reading right now. If you knew me, I don't read. I like to say I read, but I never did. And then once I actually started, like, I'm now like in this reading era. So I like to read, but specifically in the evening, I'm reading fiction books. There's something about reading fiction books. It's so nice. It's so different to the hustle and bustle and having to do right all the time, always switched on. It just allows you to switch off your mind and be wherever you are in the book, and let your imagination just wander as you envision the people that you're reading about and envision what's actually happening. It just sparks something in your mind. And for me, I'm someone who loves writing. I'm a writer. I really pride myself on being a pretty good writer. And when I was younger, I used to write short stories all the time, and I still have them all like written out somewhere. Like, some of them on my computer, some were written for school and I had to print them, and I've kept them. So what I'm saying is, like, I love writing, and I'm so creative in that way that reading really like inspires me and sparks me. So that is something I think is such a beautiful thing to do in the evening, to just switch off from the day and switch off from your life and just be in somewhere else for a moment, and then start to get sleepy as you read. And then the last thing that I believe is such a good habit to incorporate, I know my higher self does this, and that is to meditate before bed. So this is after you've read, your mind is, you're quite tired and you're starting to fall asleep. This is when it's most powerful to do visualizations. And so I always do like a visualization meditation just before I fall asleep. And even if you fall asleep listening to it, your subconscious mind is still listening, so you're not going to be missing out. And it's, you know, you're still going to be visualizing that. I chop and change with how I'm feeling. Sometimes I do a manifesting meditation where I visualize my future self, my future life. Other times it's a gratitude meditation, or it's just like literally a being still meditation if I've had like a bit of a buzzed day. Show you guys the podcasts I use to listen to meditations. She's got so many. Purely Being Guided Meditations by Lucy Love, looks like that. And she's got quite a few good ones. She's got journaling ones, sleeping ones, dancing ones, all the kinds. And I just listen to that before I go to sleep, and it's really supporting my sleep health, I feel. Something to add to that, to sleep as well, is getting 8 hours of sleep a night is so good for your functioning. Sleep is one of the most important things you can do for your health and your body and your mindset and everything. For your energy levels, it's truly life-changing, and I value sleep so highly even now. So it's something that I always get, but I've heard so many people, and I know so many people who don't get that amount of sleep, who live off like 4 hours of sleep, and I genuinely don't know how. But if they just got a little bit more sleep in their life, like, they would have so many positive changes to their health and well-being. Definitely getting 8 hours of sleep, getting into the habit of that to support your overall health and well-being. Huge change, huge change. If you're someone who doesn't already do that, you'll feel the benefits. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that you take on board whatever you can and start implementing these habits to start living more like your higher self, creating habits where it's just like a non-negotiable, it's just things that happen. You will start to see seriously positive changes this year. Just give it a week, give it a month, and see where you are in 6 months. It will be just life-changing, and I'm so excited to hear what kind of changes come about for you guys. Please let me know, comment down below, you know, if you've seen any kind of positive changes, if you feel more like your higher self, if you feel connected to your higher self, if things have started to manifest for you. Let me know, I want to know, and I can hold you accountable. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!